maybe it's those beady eyes or that really weird tongue that comes out and do that. They freak you out. Well, according to some research that I did this week, according to the rooms that all of our campuses are at, I would imagine that a lot of you are actually scared of snakes, because I found this one study that was actually in the Washington Post, it's a newspaper, that talked about the most common fears for Americans. And so it listed out, here's the common fears, and it kind of went from, I think 10 to 1. And actually number 1 was public speaking. And so number 1, the biggest fear of all Americans was public speaking. Exactly what I'm doing right now. If some of you had to do it right now, maybe you peed just a little bit. Just kind of, I just peed just a little bit. Don't put that on YouTube. Okay. And so that was number 1. Number 2 was heights. Heights. I'm scared of heights. Don't put me in tall buildings. I'm scared of heights. But then the third is actually something called Ophidiophobia. Ophidiophobia. That's the fear of snakes. Snakes are actually in the top 3 fears for Americans. And so to help you kind of face your fears, what we've done at all our campuses is we've just been able to release 3 snakes in your auditorium.
Yeah.
So just kidding people. Somebody just ran out of here in North Fort Worth. Just kidding. But hey, get this, every eye. Check this out. If you are scared of snakes, man, you would have been on the absolute struggle bus in Numbers chapter 21. Let me give you a little background for the story we just read. And they're actually the people of God, and they had just gotten taken out of slavery in Egypt, and they are on their way to this place called the Promised Land, but they're not there yet. So they went from slavery, and they're on their way to something called the Promised Land, and they're in the middle, and it's called the wilderness. The Bible describes this as a time where it's kind of an in-between state. And so some of you, maybe you even feel that in your life. I'm not here anymore, but I'm not there. I kind of feel like I'm in this in-between, and they were in the wilderness. And so it was this massive group of people that were all moving together. I think a lot of times we think it's this little band of people, maybe 25 people. But some scholars actually believe that it was up to 1 million people that were all going from Egypt all the way to what they're walking from modern day Egypt to modern day Israel.